Which of the following commands sets the secret password to Cisco? A. Enable secret password Cisco. B. Enable secret Cisco. C. Enable secret Cisco. D. Enable password Cisco. The correct answer is Enable secret Cisco. You type the following command into the router and receive the following output. A. You need to be in privileged mode. B. You cannot have a space between serial and 00. C. The router does not have a serial 00 interface. D. Part of the command is missing. The correct answer is part of the command is missing. Which of the following commands will display the current IP addressing and the layer 1 and 2 status of an interface? A. 1, 2 and 4. B. 2, 3 and 5. C. 3 and 4 only. D. None of the above. The correct answer is 2, 3 and 5. You type show running config and get this output. A. If no command has been typed in 35 seconds, the console connection will be closed. B. If no router activity has been detected in 1 hour and 35 minutes, the console will be logged out. C. If no commands have been typed in 1 minute and 35 seconds, the console connection will be closed. D. If you are connected to the router by a Telnet connection, input must be detected within 1 minute and 35 seconds or the connection will be closed. The correct answer is if no commands have been typed in 1 minute and 35 seconds, the console connection will be closed. What layer of the OSI model would you assume the problem is in if you type show interface serial 1 and receive the following message: serial 1 is down, line protocol is down? A. Physical layer. B. Data link layer. C. Network layer. D. None. It is a router problem. The correct answer is physical layer. Which of the following commands displays the configurable parameters and statistics of all interfaces on a router? A. Show running config. B. Show startup config. C. Show interfaces. D. Show versions. The correct answer is show interfaces. Which of the following commands will configure all the default VTY ports on a router? A. Router line VTY04. B. Router config line VTY04. C. Router config if line console 0. D. Router config line VTY all. The correct answer is router config line VTY04. You need to find the broadcast address used on a LAN on your router. What command will you type into the router from user mode to find the broadcast address? A. Show running config. B. Show startup config. C. Show interfaces. D. Show protocols. The correct answer is show interfaces. Which command will delete the contents of NVRAM on a router? A. Delete NVRAM. B. Delete startup config. C. Erase NVRAM. D. Erase start. The correct answer is erase start. What keystroke will terminate setup mode? A. Ctrl Z. B. Ctrl. C. Ctrl C. D. Ctrl Shift. The correct answer is Ctrl C. What command do you type to save the configuration stored in RAM to NVRAM? A. Router config copy current to starting. B. Router copy starting to running. C. Router config copy running config startup config. D. Router copy run startup. The correct answer is router copy run startup. You type router sh and receive an ambiguous command error. Why did you receive this message? Other command requires additional options or parameters. B. There is more than one show command that starts with the letters RU. C. There is no show command that starts with RU. D. The command is being executed from the wrong router mode. The correct answer is There is more than one show command that starts with the letters RU. If you wanted administrators to see a message when logging into the router, which command would you use? A. Message banner mort. B. Banner message mort. C. Banner mort. D. Message mort. The correct answer is banner mort. How many simultaneous Telnet sessions does a Cisco router support by default? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. D. 5. The correct answer is 5. You set the console password, but when you display the configuration, the password doesn't show up. It looks like this. A. Encrypt password. B. Service password encryption. C. Service password encryption. D. Executive timeout 135. The correct answer is service password encryption. Which command will show you whether a DTE or a DCE cable is plugged into serial 0? A. SHINT S0. B. SHINT serial 0. C. Show controllers serial 0. D. Show serial 0 controllers. The correct answer is show controllers serial 0. You want to totally reinitialize the router and replace the current running config with the current startup config. What command will you use? A. Replace run start. B. Copy run start. C. Copy start run. D. Reload. The correct answer is reload. If you delete the contents of NVRAM and reboot the router, what mode will you be in? A. Privileged mode. B. Global mode. C. Setup mode. D. NVRAM loaded mode. The correct answer is setup mode. What is the problem with an interface if you type show interface serial 0 and receive the following message: serial 0 is administratively down, line protocol is down. Other key lives are different times. B. The administrator has the interface shut down. C. The administrator is pinging from the interface. D. No cable is attached. The correct answer is the administrator has the interface shut down.